Archangel Metatron and the Gatekeepers, and we come to you to speak to you of the sadness we feel for those who feel they have lost their loved ones. Dear beloveds, we understand your feelings, your emotions, for we are tied to you and feel all that you feel. We understand the struggle you are all having with the sadness and the despair. But dear beloved children, the loss is not a loss. Your loved ones are still with you, if only you could look with your fully conscious eyes. For no energy created is ever lost, only transformed. Such is with those that you have lost. We also understand the fear that you get lost in, the fear of the perceived illusion that the end of times is drawing near. Through the text of the remaining incomplete foretelling of your people of ancient times, yes, incomplete, and yes, misinterpreted and misunderstood. Along with that comes the chaotic times triggered by the purification and the transitioning of you and your planet. In the tearing down and the removing of the dark forces, and the awakening in mass of humanity and the planet, and the clearing of karmic issues, both you and your planet, within that, also the rebirth of you and your planet, and all you have known and believed and understood were okay and used to, is also transitioning and being purified and clarified and evolving and expanding. We are not here to scold or demand. We are here to guide you and enable and strengthen you and help to ease the difficulties you perceive and to pull you out of the grips of the fear and the worry, and to remind you and unblind you. For fear and worry of what might be, what could be, what he said, she said, what he heard, she heard, what he said, she saw, and what she read, she read, takes and narrows your truth of the true reality, which takes the clarity needed to have discernment to choose accurately and to hold on to the hope, the faith in yourselves, in who you are and what you're capable of, and even in source of which you are emanations of. It traps your soul, this fear, and gobbles up the ability to move forward with balance and confidence and clarity. Fear convinces your ego, your base selves, that the sword of Damocles is hanging over you, or that you are going to have a big rug pulled out from under you at any moment. It makes you weary, for it takes that square of hope that you were given to help you find this to live in this low vibration, illusionary reality, to be able to propel you continually forward. Hope is the bright light that shines the way when it is the darkest. Fear convinces those within its grasp that you're all going to die, Gulliver. The sky is falling. The fat lady has begun to sing. But know this, beloveds, you have nothing to fear. Nothing. You are not ending. Those lost who are suffering, feeling that it is useless to try, that all is lost, that what might be, what could be, what unsubstantiated occurrences of destruction and complete dark annihilation scenarios. Fear grabs you up. It blocks hope from your perception, and at times has through fear's ability to be very contagious. And when enough of you become infected with fear, your fear-tainted focus becomes concentrated by the number of infected. It now, with the purification that is taking place, and this desperate last hurrah of the Dark Ones before the complete demise of their influences, cause chaos. And this has been amplified by the spreading and the capitalization of the fear. This is the last push of the Dark Ones to save their ways, to disrupt the process of their ousting, but it is futile. Yet nonetheless misery loves company, and so they are seeing that you are delayed and trying to make you useless with fear and despair. And the spreading of the what-ifs and what might be, what happened, scenarios, it's only making it worse. This conspiracy, what they do, this passing on of that flow of negative charged, constant stream of rumors, the passing on of that energy, the flow of that focuses fear, is more damaging to you and the planet than what you fear what might be, what all the war and chaos and the upheavals, most of the pervasiveness stemming from the fearing and others using and instilling fear. for manipulation and gain. We acknowledge that it must be difficult not to get lost into it. Beloveds, we want you to lovingly know that we acknowledge that which we see, and you are exhibiting great strength and courage, beloveds, as this time goes closer to ascension, and time is rapidly speeding up, and the purification and the chaos will continue until it will crescendo, until your ascension. It causes more harm than to you and to your planet than all of what you and your ability to create a positive reality. But beloveds, you are overcoming this disease. We are here to give you boosters to help you eradicate the destructive portion of fear. It's disruptive to your process. When you feel the bile of the fear welling up in you, when you start dwelling on what might or might not be what you fear, that awareness is what you should have only. But instead you get lost, and the stinking thinking begins, and the dwelling with the chosen worry and fretting, and the unproductive intent energy of worry is wasted. Besides, and it serves no one, it creates nothing that is productive or that solves anything that troubles you. Any issues that it doesn't solve any of the issues you have. It does not help you find a solution to what worries you and what you fear. Worry, in fact, it takes away from you as fear does, and worry is a strain of fear. It takes away your ability to see the true reality. It robs you of your ability to stay in the now. The issues that cause you fear, dwell on the possibility that happiness and joy and peace, ease and grace instead. Ask the angels and guides and all the light beings that are with you, and have faith in this, that all will be well when it is all said and done. My dear beloveds, if you could stay in a now place, not still, but in an ever unfolding in that now, if you stay in that eye of the center point of now where all converge, where all creation unfolds and returns from, this is 0 point, the source. So you too are creators, the children of God, of source. The only place where your reality can be created from or changed is within that point of 0. For within the unification point, that point from which your emanation source of light shines with its own aspect of the source light that you are. You must rectify the duality within yourself and allow yourself to have expectations of the unfettered flow of source energy of unconditional love, and allow the wave of synchronicity that comes with that to come in. You must let yourself go of the I must or I have to, and instead of going against the current or trying to fight the current, the flow of the great river of the unfolding now, allow it to wash over you and through you. Embrace its fluidity and ride within its rhythms. For within its rhythms, its flow is determined by that which the greatest flow of your energy is focused upon. The river source energy of love, which you are an aspect of. There is no separation. You, that river of life, in which way it flows, and that river of life, its medium for which you create that through that source light, and the content of that river of life is the source light. Which way it flows and what the strength of the current is yours to decide, whether it is realized consciously or not. If you focus on the fearful what if, and that all is lost, then that is what determines the course of it. If you have meandered to a place of obstruction or loss, if the direction or flow, the volume and depth of your river is not unified in its directions, it splits off and becomes broken and scattered, and what is left is a small trickle of stagnant water that only serves to breed staleness of purpose and thirst and desolation. Fear goes against life. It perpetuates itself by gobbling up the square of hope that you were all endowed with as a gift to help you navigate this place that you have existed, this lower vibrational illusion of reality that you have perceived as the true reality. You created this as a response to a very traumatic experience that your planet and humanity suffered long ago, but you are no longer traumatized from, and you don't even remember one inkling of it. But the behavioral response, that story was passed through so many of your humanity's generation that you no longer remember what the trauma was at all. You only remember what your behavioral reaction was, and a corrupted, skewed version of that behavioral reaction at that. It evolved into for it was like your children's game telephone, what it was when it started out morphed, and it became by the passing from one tale to another of the illusion. The story was changed, added to, embellished, and taken away from, until the subsequent reality was created and brought to you through that place that divided your balance of the heart, the unification. It separated your light into spectrums of light. It split you into polarities. And now, the 0 point, where these emanations all flow through, and they have become whole again, because in their light spectrums, each piece was healed one by one. And now they have found that point, and that pulling part and healing is complete. They have finally healed each of the spectrums that was created by the traumatic shattering, and now is ready to emerge again and become one. The one unifying, brightest, high vibration, divine light of source that you are, that you carry. Divine in truth, you have always been, even though you could not see. Love is the key. Love is the only thing that is. All is, for that there is in the domain of Source Creator, consists and stems from the essence of reality, which is love. Creation comes from love, it was born from love, it exists in love. And for all those who seek anything, for all that you seek is for love, even if the love is corrupted by a less than impeccable intent. For love is at the root of all that our soul seeks. But when the intent of love, the way in which you love, and what you choose to love, will determine the direction of your journey, and how you experience the journey. For it is not the destination which elevates you, expands your soul and your consciousness. No, it is not the desolation. It is the journey, and how you respond to the experience that you created of that journey, within that journey. For you set the tone, the path to within this life in the now, and what you experiences you will encounter, you said as well. But children, remember, you're not your story or your path or the journey or even the destination or even the experience. You are emanations of Source, divine experiencing being, divine light beings, experiencing life as a spiritual human. So dear beloved children, again we say, don't fear, focus on what you desire, and hold the desire within the highest intent for you and all the highest good, above and beyond, and always first, above all the rest. Follow automatically, with no effort. And the only effort would be to have awareness of yourself and your focus. And what is beyond and first of all, above all that, is love. For if the beginning of any that you do think, say, or be is from within the love perception, if you move the true you out of the belief and perception of being separate from Source, which Source is love, and all that from which comes all love comes from, all creation comes from love. It emanates from love. And move back to and merge with your true self within your heart. All will be complete, and in a blink of an eye, you go in, you will get all you seek, and you will be whole and complete within that love. All it really takes, beloved, is you to have faith in yourself and each other and in love. If you find you do not like what you're doing, what is happening, do not lose yourself in despair and fear. Rather, change your perception. You should focus and do whatever you can in the now that you can be successful at, that serves you and everyone else's highest good for you and all. There is all the time in the world, beloveds. You are not late, nor did you or will you miss it. You are doing and being just as you should, divine perfection. Until next time, we leave you with this quote, which explains what you can do, what should be your focus. And that quote is, all you need is love. So you must, your most magnificent beloved children, love. This is your task. Your only task is to love within the highest intent of love. We are Archangel Metatron and the Gatekeepers, and we call upon us as we have been and always will be with you. And we will only a thought away. Love, light, strength, and ease and grace, and much blessings. Namaste.